Assalamualaikum and good evening. First, let me introduce myself. I am Nurul Hikmah Binti Khairul Azmi from class PHM 1113B1. My metric number is 2019227518. Today, me and my other group mates will present about advantages and disadvantages of new airport opening towards the local economy and society. Hence, my friends and I have decided to choose Kulim International Airport in Kedah, Malaysia for the new airport opening. Perhaps majority of us not know about the new airport opening. So I will start present with the introduction of Kulim International Airport. The government of Kedah is targeting the first Kulim International Airport, which is KXP flight that is scheduled to be completed by January 2024. The land acquisition for the 3,982 hectares was completed and the landowners were also listed. Kedah Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Mukris Mahathir said, Kulim International Airport, situated in Kedah State and bordering Penang State, is a planned airport construction project for the Malaysian city of Kulim. The airport will be built on 600 hectares of land in Sidam Kiri, approximately 20 kilometers from the Kulim High Tech Park in Kedah. A request has been forwarded by the Kedah State Government to the Prime Minister of the country for consideration. Due to increasing space limitations at Kulim's nearest international airport, Penang, the state government intends to develop the new airport. The main objective of the construction of Kulim International Airport is to attract, with maximum infrastructure available, and more foreign investors. Last but not least, there are currently two airports in Kedah State, which is Alustar and Langkawi International Airport.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Hidayah Binti Rashidi. Alright, now I want to proceed with the next slide, which is advantage of open a new airport at Kulim Kedah. So the first one is can give job opportunities to the local people. This is because when we want to build a new airport, obviously will need contractors, plumbers and etc. What I mean here is workers or staff will be needed for the different shop, cafe and also services there. So by build a new airport, it can give more job opportunities to the local people there. Moreover, open a new airport also can improve the economic status of the local area. This is because when increase in employment of the primary, secondary and tertiary sector, it will increase in the local economy and a positive multiplier impact. Furthermore, open a new airport can give facilities easy for people at Kulim. Why? This is because they do not have to go to Penang Airport when they want to travel. So that by open a new airport can give more benefit for local communities around there. It also can save their time and money. Moreover, it also can help to generate economic growth, which is many attraction will be built in long term. For the last advantage is can increase income of country from taxes, so that it can contribute to the development of rural area in Kulim.
Let's move on to the disadvantages. The first one is do not have various reasons for local or international visitors to fly to Kulim. It is because Kulim does not have many numerous attractive places. As you all know, majority who came to Kedah will go to the main city in Kedah, which is Alustar. Second, the airport will affect the interest of Penang International Airport in general. General in this sentence means people will prefer to go to the Kulim International Airport since it is the new airport and people would like to see what is inside the airport. Then, cost of operating the new airports is very high. In other words, nowadays operations in the airport are expensive, especially as security, continues to expand and new technologies go into use. Other than that, construction costs are soaring as both the cost of materials and labour continue to rise. Next, the new airport opening will involve the acquisition of people's land and utilisation for purpose of building and the equipments in airport. In that case, the people do not have a place to live and need to find a new places. Furthermore, the new airport opening can cause to sound pollution. Residents living near the airport were exposed to noise levels as much as 4 times greater than those experienced by residents in a quiet comparison home. And the last one for the disadvantages is high risky in case of air traffic or any accident. Now, let's turn to a discussion on the impact. There are 3 impacts, which is impact of economy, impact of environment, and impact of social. I'd like to expand more on impact of economy. The first one is investing in airport construction and also the industrial hub as a whole will help generate the economy and thus revive the economy of the country. That is means that when the new airport start to open, it will help our economy increase. Then, the second point is Kulim International Airport is a long-term project where the economic effects will be felt over the next 10 to 15 years. It can make our country will achieve the target for make our country high with economic. The third point is the project in Kulim that could handle potential passenger overflows at Penang International Airport could have a positive economic effect in the northern area. I'm sure when the new airport start to open, economic in Malaysia northern area will get like economic in south area of Malaysia. Last but not least, bridging the gap between Sarawak, Sabah, Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah and Perlis provinces so as not to be isolated from the country's current growth.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aini Syafawani Binti Faizal Sufian. I will continue with impact of environment. Firstly, a wide of land need to be vacated for airport construction. Also, many of trees need to be cut down because of facility needs. Even some facility doesn't related for the airport, but it is important for the airport to make the airport more complex, like hotel, gym, and also F&B. Government also need to think to build some attraction area that will help to enhance and to make the airport more prominent to attract people from outside use this airport. And the attraction area will help to commercial this airport. The second impact is it can cause global warming the surrounding area for the long-term effect. If the airport doesn't try to make the airport more sustainability, it will give a bad and damage for the environment. The third impact is it can cause a sound pollution. We know, right, if a flight want to departure and landing, it will give some noise that make people annoying and hate the noise. So the airport management need to come out with the solution that will help to reduce the sound pollution.
Okay, let's proceed to the social impact. So, for social impact, it more to positive impact. The first one is it can give all nation freedom to travel. So basically, it's connect people, country, and culture, and also provide to access global markets. Next, air travel can connect developing countries to developed countries and serve as a means of inclusion for remote areas in which air travel is the only means of transportation. In addition, the affordability of travel make the leisure and cultural experience that's come from traveling around the globe accessible to the majority of the world's population. So, by all of this can turn to expose the world to tourism, which is can improve living standards and can reduce poverty in that particular area. For the last social impact is airport can contribute to sustainable development. Alright, sustainable planning at airport such as reduce energy consumption, reduce greenhouse gas emissions and etc. Based on my research, in Switzerland, which is Zurich Airport, they has the technology to use local weather and natural resources to the maximum extent. Cooling and heating run in geothermal energy, while flushes in toilet they use rainwater. In order to save energy, the airport collects solar power. It also use a compressed natural gas station to reduce the carbon footprint. So this is basically some of example sustainability that we can use to open a new airports.
Next, we move to the recommendation. Our recommendation is, firstly, government need to add many of attraction around the airport area to cover the impact of economy. Because why? Around the airport area doesn't have any attraction area that will attract people from outside to come to Malaysia, and in the same time will use the airport. So government need to think to build some attraction area that will attract people to come Malaysia, and at the same time the tourists will use the airport. Even around the airport area have many manufacturer that have immigrant that work at the manufacturer, but government need to think more ways to make profit for countries. Firstly, they can make profit by the immigrant. Immigrant will use the airport in Kulim to go back to their hometown, and build the attraction area around the airport area also will help government to make a profit for the country. Next recommendation is airport operator need to reduce aircraft noise emissions. Solution like urban planning, apply new technology and nighttime flight. Airport operator need to have a good schedule so that they can avoid some problem that will disturb other people around the airport, around that live around the airport. They also need to use the latest technology to help them reduce the problem. Next, they need to use high technology to avoid air traffic, also traffic people. We know, right, if the airport is suitable with the traffic people. So, high technology require for control the traffic people in the airport, especially when the when the plane have landing, people will assemble to get their baggage, and before they separate to their way, they will assemble in the airport until the procedure done. So if the airport doesn't have any good technology, it will cause problem to the airport management. Next, airport also can try to practice sustainability environment to make sure airport still give good impact for environment and people in long term. For example, I have made some research and I found that Oslo Airport Terminal 2 in Norway, they use innovative solution to provide low carbon energy to the building. And then they collect the snow in the winter and they store it and use to cool the building in a summer month, while grey water and groundwater under the airport they use for the heating. I think other airport also can try to come out with the sustainability practice so that they will reduce the impact for the environment.
Alright, move on to the last part, which is conclusion. When we want to open a new airport, the plan must be prepared, such as clearly defined goals with collaborative approach. Furthermore, for land use planning, design and development for aviation activities must create a balance with environmental care. Local habitat and wildlife must be protected and enhanced. Last one, for economy, social and environment, sustainability must be maintained. Alright, I think that's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.